guys, and welcome to the November vlog. To be honest, it's been hard getting this vlog started. As you all know, we've just had our presidential election, and the results, well, not what I was hoping for. Not what a lot of us were hoping for. Like, I was debating on if I wanted to speak on it on the vlog or not. I actually wrote out some of my concluding thoughts on my Instagram story following the day of the election. But really the main takeaway is America is not ready for a woman president. I'm sorry. We've tried twice. We've tried twice against the same guy and lost. And I'm not against the idea of a woman president. I'm not a misogynist. Hello, I am woman. Of course, it would have been iconic. It would have been historical. It would have been amazing to have our first woman president. But it just goes to show how much we aren't actually as progressive as a country as we think we are, or as a lot of other countries may view us as. Okay? We're just not. Hillary versus Trump, lost. Biden versus Trump, won. Kamala versus Trump, lost. Are you seeing a trend here? The truth is, we didn't even like Biden that much, okay? He's kinda eh. But you know why he won? Because he's a man. I'm very disappointed in how the Democrats handled this election, because once they handed it over to Kamala, it felt like she was trying to have a revolution, not an election. And I'm sorry, those are not the same things, okay? I felt like her campaign was way too heavy on like the women's rights movement thing, which is very, very important. I'm not disagreeing with that. However, this election, the name of the game needed to be keep Trump out of office. And we were playing checkers when we should have been playing chess. You have to think about the following that Trump has, okay? The Republicans did one thing right. They are 10 toes for Trump. It's absolutely mind-boggling, but they have that going for them, and they are damn good at it. He has a way of rallying the absolutely brain-dead idiots of this country, and yes, if you voted red, you are stupid. It's a fact. Sorry, I don't make the rules. Another thing is, conservative votes are a huge thing, right? And I'm not just talking about all the white people who love going to church every Sunday, group of people in this country, which they are a massive part of the population. I'm also talking about the conservative immigrants, okay? How do I know this? Because my parents are one of them. And, you can't waive abortion rights in front of these people, okay? To them, this is a sin. This is the devil. There is no amount of logic or reasoning that will get to these people. They will never agree to it. Never, ever, ever, ever. They would rather die than vote for women's rights. The moment they hear another candidate even speak the word abortion, they're turning the other way. They are. And they're not going to look back. There is also still a massive misogyny issue, and people simply do not want a woman president. It doesn't even matter what party she represents. She's a woman, and they don't want that. Yeah, there's a lot of dumb reasons why Kamala lost, but it is just a real, true reflection of the idiocracy of this country. And yeah, I'm disappointed. It feels like this whole week there's just been this huge lull of like darkness everywhere. It's how it's really feeling like. Feels like someone died. That's how it's been feeling this week. Feels like someone died. And honestly, they kind of did. The Democrats they died this week. So here we are, another 4 years with Mr. Trump. I don't know. I'm not necessarily scared for me because, Luckily, I live in a very progressive state. I live in the greater Seattle area, which we're always gonna vote blue, let's just be honest. But an alarming amount of the country isn't as progressive, and I'm scared for them. I really am. I'm worried for the other women of this country. And it doesn't mean that it won't affect me entirely either, because even if my rights won't be absolutely taken away from me, there are still some things that may be not as accessible as they were before. And so it's going to affect everybody on some level. So just think about that. There you go. Sorry to have to hash this up a month later when you guys are watching this, but I mean it's only been a month, right? We got 4 more years of this shit. And who knows, after Trump's done, of course, whoever is going to run next is only going to enforce everything that he put in place even more. So we got a long fight ahead of us. So hope you guys are doing okay. Hello. It's filming day. I'm about to film my next YouTube video. Look, I put the little Christmas tree. So you can see it in the background a little bit. And my little Santa Claus cushion. Yes. Alright. Let's get to work. I wasn't even expecting to make $5. Hello guys, welcome back. It's been a bit. Today is Tuesday, November 26th, and literally we only have a few days left in November. I realized that I really haven't filmed anything for this month's vlog other than me yapping about the election results, which was warranted, by the way. I'm still upset about it. Pretty much, if you are a woman, LGBTQ+, or an immigrant, we're fucked. So, fasten your seatbelts, people. So I figured, let's do something fun. We are going to finish putting up my Christmas decorations. Right now, it is 2:38 a.m. It is the middle of the night. So if you guys don't already know, I'm pretty much a chronic night owl. These are my active hours. Now, usually I would be working on artisan commissions at this time, but I did not schedule any commission work this week since it's Thanksgiving week, and I figured I'll just take off the whole week for the holiday. So, no responsibilities this week. Let's have some fun. Let's put up some decorations. But before we do that, actually, do you see this big shelf? Do you see this? We need to put this up. It's actually a replacement for this shelf. Cool story about this. I actually really wanted this shelf, and I found one on Facebook Marketplace a couple months ago, and it was right before I got the truck, right? I could not have picked this up without the truck, so that's how would I get it home. And I told myself, okay, if it's still listed when I get the truck, I will buy it. But it sold literally like the day before I got the truck. So sad, I know. But then, last week I was on Marketplace and I saw another listing and it was listed cheaper than the last one. And it was in the same city as well, so I didn't have to drive really far for it. It was just, I'm so happy. I got this thing for $200. This is the World Market round rattan shelf. This thing retailed for like, I think $500 or $600. It's on sale right now for like $239, but it's also sold out all the time. I don't think they intend on restocking it, so I don't even know why they put it on sale. They should just take it off their website. But anyway, yeah, finally I got a Marketplace tab. I feel like every time I find something I really want, it always just sells out or they just don't respond to me. Let's put it up. Let's go. They're very dirty. Alright, now the next challenge is getting this into the garage. Don't look in there, it's really messy. Alright, let's do this. You know what? This one is heavier than the new one I got. Do not worry. I got it. Oh, there's a step. Remember, people, lift with your legs. Oh, this is nice. Front rack position. That's good. No. Zero weightlifting is coming in handy. Okay. Okay, we're clear. Okay, I don't know what's under me. I'm not gonna bring you guys in with me because it's really gross in here and I don't want to show you. You'll just have to listen to my grunts as I move this. Okay. Alright. One more. Yeah. Okay. Whoa. It is done. Alright, here is the new shelf. It is quite a bit wider than the old one. A little bit wider and thicker as well. I find that this chair makes this corner look a little bit too crowded, but I don't really have anywhere else to put the chair right now. See, kind of has to go there. Okay, I'm not so sure I like this guy up there. What do you guys think? Okay, we're done. Alright, now that that project is done, we can move on to some Christmas decorating. I brought in my bins with the Christmas decorations into the house like a few weeks ago. They've just pretty much been here all of November. Actually, the only decorating I've done so far is the Christmas tree. So let me show you guys the Christmas tree. I've never actually shown you guys this room very much. It's kind of dark now because it's nighttime. But there's the tree. This is the other living room. That is kind of a mess. The thing is, this couch is way too big for this room. But the couch that I had at the last place I lived, which had a much bigger living room. But you know, I already had the couch, so I just brought it with me when I moved here. But I do want to replace it eventually with a more reasonably sized couch for this room. Here is my Christmas tree. Here's the concept. It's very simple. I don't have any ornaments on the back either because one, I don't have enough ornaments and nobody can really see behind there anyway. But I love these little ones, like this guy. Look at the cute little mushroom. I have these plush stars. I just love the simplicity of it. Oh, look at these. The little sheepies. The little sheepies are cute. I have them in 3 colors. Here's a cream one. And there's a red one. So yeah, there's my Christmas tree. So the thing with this living room is I haven't really decided on a design theme for this room, which is why it's very random. There's just a bunch of random things and random stuff everywhere. This mirror is supposed to be hung on this wall, but I haven't decided on how I want to design this wall yet, so that's why it's not hung up and it's just been there. But I don't know. I feel like I can't really work on this room until we get the couch situation figured out because it's such a big piece and part of the room. But that's, that's gonna be a while because couches are expensive. So let's go back to the other room. We're gonna start with the fireplace. Look at that! It's a freaking deer head, Christmas deer head thing. I think it will look really cool on the fireplace. So, okay, let's put this up. Okay, let's see here. Take my down for now. Here's a really cool thing I gotta show you guys. These are like a fireplace brick hooks. So if you don't feel like drilling a wall into your brick fireplace, get some of these. I'll have a link down below. But there's a screw hole here, so something used to hang here apparently. But it's also right in the middle of the fireplace, which is great because that's exactly where I want to hang this. So I'm going to mount this right here. It just blends into the wall. You can barely see it. There, let's see it from far away. It's so underwhelming. I wish it was bigger. Okay, well, that did not exactly fulfill the vision I wanted. Okay, I put the tiger paintings back. And new plan, I do have this like pom-pom garland. That's really cute. So, what do we think of this? Sorry, my arm's like in the way. Do you think this would be cute? I don't know. Let's try it. Why not? The hooks are not thick enough. Okay, it's something. I don't know. What do you guys think? It's better than the single reindeer head. Okay, we'll just leave it at that for now. Okay, we're just gonna move on to something else because I don't have that much decorations, guys. Whatever is in this box is what we got to work with, okay? Decorations are expensive. Okay, we're gonna move on to this dresser next. Here are some vintage photos of my parents. Do I look like my mom? I actually think I look more like my dad. Here's my dad. Here's their wedding photo. Who do I look more like? Mom or dad? This was when my mom was like in her 20s, I think. These photos were taken in like the 70s. Look at how weathered they are, especially this one. I actually plan on getting frames for these because I want to put them up on this wall here. But they're just like kind of weird sizes, so I haven't gotten around to it. But I will do that eventually.
Hurry, Mama's looking worried. Will the pie be ready in time? Papa's out getting a tree while my sister and me.
Okay, I had to take everything out of the box just so I can visualize everything. So here's all of my decorations.
Same as every year. Everyone wants home for Christmas. No matter if it's near or far. Everyone wants home for Christmas. Wherever in the world they are. One after the other, knocking at the door. Here everybody's welcome, the rich and the poor. Kids play on the outside in the newly fallen snow, while the grown-ups all huddle up beside away from the blister.
That looks freaking ugly. Okay, so far this decorating has been a disaster. All I have left are these little gnomes. So let's find a home for them and we'll call it a night.
The same as every year. Everyone wants home.
Alright, that is all the decorating I have for you guys tonight. It was a little underwhelming. I'm sorry. I don't have a lot of decorations. And my house is also very small, so there's not like a ton of places to decorate. And yeah, again, I just don't have a lot. That's all I got to work with. Sorry. But here we go. And there's the little gnomes. And there's the fireplace garland for you. That's all we have for tonight. Join me tomorrow. I'll see you guys tomorrow for Plant Care Day. Good night. Hello. Welcome to another midnight adventure. Well, it is almost 3 a.m. right now, and we are about to venture into some plant chores. Tonight, we will be repotting both of my monsteras into some proper moss poles. As you can see, they have poles on them right now, but these are actually not real moss poles. They're kind of just stakes. They're PVC pipes with some moss wrapped around them, but we're gonna do some real ones with these guys. Alright, so first let's take out the Monstera plant. This is what we're gonna be mixing the new soil mixture with. And behind me is actually my array of soil substrates. We have things from sphagnum moss, cocoa husk, leica, horticultural charcoal, pine bark or orchid bark, cocoa core, and chunky perlite. All perfect ingredients for your aroid plants, which is what monsteras are. Why I'm doing like a whole educational feature on moss poles in the middle of my vlog, I don't know. I just feel like doing it, so maybe you guys will find it interesting. Either way, I'm taking you along for the ride. I repotted a plant earlier, so that's why there's some in here already. See, this is the old one. And, you know, I kind of went back and forth a lot on if I wanted to do full moss pole or if I just want to go with stakes. And honestly, with monsteras, you can go either way. It really depends on what you want. But if you want your monstera to grow bigger and taller with bigger leaves, then I think moss pole is the way to go. Gently shake. Is this a rotted root? Oh my god. It is. This is a good time to check on the root health. See if there is any rotted roots. Oh, there's a lot more rotted roots than I thought. Okay, everything's kind of covered in dirt. Let me go rinse it off so I can see it better. Okay, I gave it a quick rinse. This is why I did not like the old soil. It was... See, if you look closely, all like the black parts are... See, it just kind of comes off. Because there's quite a lot. See right here too. Ah. But you know, I'm not too concerned with root rot on the monstera. Because look, the leaves are still really healthy. Monsteras are very resilient plants. And they also love to grow roots. So I'm not too concerned. Even if I rip a bunch of these up, it will grow more. It's already starting to. You can see right here. Whenever you see like these fresh white ones with like the white and light green tips, those are brand new root growth. Right here as well, you can see. See how nice and fresh that root looks? Nice and white on the tip. That's good. That's a good thing. But don't worry. Don't you worry, little one. I'm going to give you a new chunky soil mix here soon. Let's check the second one. I wonder how the roots on this one's gonna look, because it does have a new growth coming in. Do you see that? Right there. So let's open this guy up and see what's going on. Okay, definitely some root rot in this one too. See, isn't that funny? Like, even with a bunch of root rot, it's still pushing out new leaves. I'm telling you, monsteras are super easy. Okay, we've got both our plants in here now, all nice and clean. So I'm gonna let them hang out here while I work on their moss poles. By the way, I'm using my phone in the app as a monitor because the Pocket 3 screen is so small I can't see anything. But this is the plan, okay? Here is the moss pole, and we're going to stick it in here. Soil on the bottom, moss in the pole. Very important that those are distinguished. You don't actually want moss inside the pot because moss holds on to too much moisture and will be too wet, and we'll have the same problem again of root rot, and we want to avoid that, okay? Now these plastic moss poles are a little bit flimsy, so my plan is to add a little bit more structural integrity. So I'm going to zip tie this garden stake to the back on like the spine right here. So I'm going to stick it in. However, I do have to make some holes in the back in order for me to put the zip ties through. So I brought with me my X-Acto knife. Right in the center. So I need here and here. It's not gonna look very pretty. Alright, we're in, y'all. Okay, this is the tricky part, getting it into the other side of the hole. Okay. Wow. You see that? There we go. This one's a little harder because it's 2 layers right here, because this is where the plastic overlaps. There we go. Hook and twist. Please be careful with sharp objects, everyone. Okay, there we go. So now we have everything lined up, and now we can tighten the zip ties. And then you just cut off the excess. Okay, so now that the moss pole is made, we just need to fill the bottom with the soil and then attach the plant to the base of the pole. Okay, welcome to my potting mix station. We're gonna start with a big spoonful of cocoa husk. Easier with your hands. Some bark. Some charcoal. Light. And a bit of white cloth. Okay. Mix. What you want to go for is chunkiness, like this. I think it actually needs a little bit more chunky. I'm gonna go for some more bark. Some more bark and some more cocoa husk. I don't have like an exact ratio. I kind of just eyeball it. Okay. This is the tricky part. You're gonna stuff the roots in. This is the back of the monstera. You want that part to be facing the moss pole, so that as it continues to grow roots, it will grow into the moss. Okay, that's the idea here. Stay still, please. For now, okay. Okay, now comes the fun part. We fill up the rest of the pole with sphagnum moss. You're gonna need another stick so that you can push the moss down. We will slowly fill it up. Alright, and then once you fill up the whole thing with moss, you should be left with something like this. Ta-da! And then the fun part is, as it grows up the moss pole, the reason I wanted the clear ones because I wanted to see all the roots grow as it gets bigger. I love seeing root growth, so that was an important factor for me. Okay, it is now 5 in the morning and I just finished up doing the second one. Here it is. And this is just a drying mat. These are actually reusable doggy pads, but they're waterproof. I have to double them up. I only used one time, but it was too much water and it ended up leaking through. But both of them, if you had two, then we're good. So this is where I leave them to drain out after I water the plants because I have too many now and they can't all fit in the bathtub. So this is where they hang out after they get watered. So yep, just going to eat some dinner and head to bed now. So I'm actually in the middle of editing this very vlog right now. It's November 30th and I want to get this uploaded this Sunday on December 1st. But before we close out, I have something very interesting to share with you guys. So last week I made a very peculiar discovery. I was going through my comments and saw one that was kind of weird. And sometimes when I see an interesting comment, I'll go to their channel just to kind of see what they're all about. So I go to this person's channel, scroll down, and this was when I saw something that I was not expecting to see. There was a thumbnail of a video that looked identical to one of mine. The video in question is the one that I did about why I'm done with Instagram, which today is still my most successful video. Now, this person did not even try to hide the fact that they copied my thumbnail. From the text placement, the logo placement, the blurred background, the white outline around the body, all the way down to even how I'm posed in the photo. So of course, I clicked on the video to see if they copied anything else other than my thumbnail. And when I tell you, not even 30 seconds in, I could already tell that this is my video. It was such a blatant rip-off of my video. It's pretty much just a paraphrased version of mine, while still copying actually quite a lot of things that I said word for word. Like the whole video is even presented like in the same order that I did. The thing that made me the most upset though is I know how much work I put into that video. It took me like over a month to produce it. From researching articles to watching other people's video on this topic to watching interviews, and then actually writing a cohesive script to filming and then editing. Like it was a lot of work to make that video. And I'm so proud of that video, I really am. So to see someone steal my video and pawn it off like they did all the work is so disappointing. The thing is, I don't plan on exposing who this creator is. If you're watching this, you know who you are. They are smaller than me. And that's really weird to say because I am a small creator. In the grand scheme of things, my channel is super tiny. And it's just so shameful because this creator watches my videos. They comment on my videos. They even commented on the very video that they ripped off. My biggest hope and benefit of the doubt is that they made that video with the intent to just practice making videos. But since they uploaded it and published it, I know that that's not the case. So, this is my message to you and anyone else who's watching who's interested in doing any kind of creative work. if your honest strategy is to just copy what other people have done, you don't deserve to be a creator. Stealing others' work is pathetic. And it's so obvious, and it just makes all your work look even worse. Like, why go through all the effort to just copy someone? It's not like you didn't do no work at all. Like, you still had to sit down, turn on the camera, record, and edit that video. So, like, you put time into it. Why not take that time and try to make something of your own? You know? Nobody's gonna care how long it takes you. And the thing is, YouTube videos have timestamps. If anybody were to come across both of these videos, they will see that mine came first. So it's not like you can even try to pawn yours off as the original. Just don't do it. Don't. Stop stealing people's work. And the thing is, this is not the first time that my creative work has been stolen. Okay, I've seen people rip off my artisan keycap designs as well. But just understand this. If you continue to do this, you're not going to last. So, to my copycat creator, if I were you, I would take this as a lesson, unpublish that video before it's too late, and try to be better, okay? Just try to be better next time. So, I'm sorry I had to end this vlog with that. Honestly, November has just felt like a freaking fever dream. What the heck was this month? Not to mention that with daylight savings, I've probably seen collectively less than an hour of sun this entire month. Because as you guys know, I'm a nocturnal, okay? So I get up in the late afternoon. By the time I'm up, usually the sun's already freaking gone. So I haven't had any sun. And our election was an L. And that's it. That's it. That's November. Whoa. I guess we had Thanksgiving, but Thanksgiving was kind of eh. Anybody else feel eh about Thanksgiving? Honestly, I don't really care for it. It's just a family dinner. Anyway, well, I guess it means more if you have to travel far to see your family, and maybe you don't get to see them often, but I see my family pretty often, so it's not that big a deal to me, personally. But no offense to the people who love Thanksgiving. You keep doing you, alright? But anyway, that's all I have for you guys this month. Hopefully you guys had a better November than I did. So we'll try again in December, and I will see you guys in the next one.